Hey everybody, Pop Scrap. Tonight we're going to scrap out a few miscellaneous bits of pieces that I got my hands on. I have a lot of miscellaneous scrap, there's a lot of messy scrap here and things like that. A lot of stuff I don't really want to be messing with. A lot of rubbish on them and things. But I'm taking apart a few bits here tonight. Down here, mostly wire and things like that. A couple of nice little bits to take apart. A big, massive stereo system you're going to see here now in a second. Put these down here. I know people have been commenting on my comments saying, scrap the plugs, scrap the plugs, scrap the plugs. You know, don't build up. Easier said than done, guys. I am doing a video of a live or something like that one of the days of just scrapping plugs and just chatting. That's what I'm going to be doing one of the days, to get rid of these plugs. And go on a live stream, might go on Irish's Live or something like that, just to get rid of the plugs, because I'm sick of them. Now don't judge me on it. I love plugs. Plugs are good for brass and things, but yeah, it just comes a day or two you just want to get rid of them. Now this pickup of this guy I got with this leads and saucepans and things like that, it's full of grease. Not a good pickup, but you have to take them all, because if you don't take them, word of mouth gets around that you're not taking your pickups. People do talk, believe me. So if you pick up, say, all this rubbish off them, look, it's good stuff too. There's wire here and things like that. Got a few kilos of wire on that. But if you don't pick it up, family members, like, I don't know how many times I picked scrap up of my family members and things like that of different families, and I get 5 or 6 other people in the family. Could be brothers, sisters, aunts. So if you don't pick them up off them, they're like, oh, here, if you didn't pick this, you won't take that. So take everything, guys. If you don't take it, you're digging your own grave. Bit of brass. Put this down here, time being. So we're after these bad boys here. Put that all into clean alley. Why not? Clean alley. Now there's a Phillips screw here in it. We'll take that out. Ooh, test the bottom of this. Yeah, all nice, heavy, clean cast aluminium. Like, I don't mind pots and pans and things like that. They don't take up really a lot of space. You get through them fast enough. They don't really build up space, so it's great. So next thing we're going to do here is this bad boy. No, I haven't scrapped one of these apart in a few years. An old VCR. This has to come apart anyway, so scrap it up, see what we can get out of it quick. Now, this will be a quick scrap. This VCR will be done in seconds, because usually there's not really too much in it. So I'm going to, for me it'll be about 4 or 5 minutes, or 2 minutes. For you it'll be a couple of seconds. I'll have the lid off for you, okay? Yeah, this reminds me why I never did VCRs. Yeah. Basically, that's what I'm only going to take out of them. Keep away from CVRs. Or CVRs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're not good at all, to be honest with you. Basically, nothing in them. You throw it into dirty alley, which I will. There's a tape in that, actually. Even there's no really, how can I put it, no IC chips or anything like that. So I'm not going to really bother with that. So there's one thing here now I'm going to scrap out. It's going to be pretty fun. There's going to be big transformers in it and things. I've had to I'm looking to scrap this out for a while now. It's bad one. Now, I'm not going to bore you about the screws and that. I'm going to take all the screws out now myself, and we're going to see what goodies we can get out of this. This will be loaded with wire, aluminium, transformers and things like that. So this is gravy for me, you know. Okay, guys, this is absolutely loaded with MOSFETs, copper, boards, I can even see a bit of gold on these boards. Wire, a massive transformer in here, decent big transformer, more aluminium. I used to always scrap these out. These are very good value. There's IC chips on these boards here. I think I have screws loosened out, but we're going to have to work our way down through this because it is decent. You know, I hope the camera is decent enough for you here now. Trying to cut these off and work our way in and show you board by board. There's 2 IC chips on that, so I'm going to keep that for Irish. Look at, you'll get a bit of silver and things like that when he's breaking down boards and things. So, 1 board for him. Yeah, there's plenty of goodies on this. Plenty of MOSFETs and things like that, so there's a bit of work to be done here on this board. I won't lie. Now I'm going to have to knock a few of these out of the way. Just get them off the way so I can get at these Phillips screws. Just 1 second now, bear with me. For 1 second. So, got my first piece of big alley off. Now that's decent heavy alley. There's nearly a kilo here on that alone. So that's like if that was in America or Canada or any other part of the world, this would be called extruded aluminium. But for us in Ireland, it's just aluminium. We don't get paid for any other. We just get paid one price. I don't know why or what the story is, but we just get paid the one price for one metal for the metal. It's a bit ridiculous, but yeah, no. I could have done a video on this on my own, alone. We're taking the MOSFETs off here. Now, I did incinerating the MOSFETs. It went very well. That process went excellent for me, so I keep all this kind of stuff anymore for processing. Now, these are heavy actually. These are decent MOSFETs. You can see the thickness of the copper on them. Like little sheets of copper. Do you know? Now, yet again, another thing I should have done years ago. If I did, I'd be a rich man now with these alone. Used to scrap out 50, 60 TVs, big back TVs a week, maybe more sometimes. I'd get maybe 50 kilos of copper a week, not including all this stuff. I should have kept all that in big barrels. I would be in money if I did. But anyway, there's no point dreaming of the past, so it doesn't pay for me to be doing that. So just to keep motoring on. So with big MOSFETs here too, so I'm going to have to get the pincher or the pipe grips in here to start taking off stuff off the board. Start pulling off MOSFETs and things like that. A bucket down there just to put them into. Like this board here now, there's only one really chip on it. I'm not going to bother with it. I'm trying to cut the wire away, trying to make room and see where I'm going. It's kind of like ribbon wire. Now, I'm going to get this board off here. And we're going to move down another layer and see where we are, okay? Get this one off and we'll move down one more layer and see how it looks down underneath. So what I'm going to do with this board is I'm going to take off the IC chip and the flat pack in the back, and the rest will just go into scrap steel for me. There's nothing really any more value on that. Not that I'd be messing with it anyway. Now we're down onto the next layer again. We're onto the big transformer, the layer now. Still weighs a good bit of weight. Still got a bit of wire. There's a lot of MOSFETs, and like this now, be very careful. You should be wearing gloves because this can really tear the hands of you. There's a lot of sharp bits and pieces here that can really tear the hands off you. So we've 4 Phillips screws here we're going to take off now and move the transformer out of the way. If I can get it off. One. And it is a good copper transformer too. 4 screws moved. So see, it's all layered work. It's tedious work, but the outcome is very good. You get great scrap out of it. So I'll turn it over here and show you what we have. Bit of wire on it. Take that off. We're going to a bit of alley. We work on that in a second. There's alley here on this plate, so we'll move that off. A bit of MOSFETs on it. Put all that to the side for the time being. How deeper do I need to go on this? Just give me a second to work on this and we'll see where we are, okay? So what I've done is I cut away a bit of the wire, see what I'm working at. I'm going to take this board off here and have a look at it. And when I've that taken off, I think I'm going to start showing you what I've took off the board here, or off this. There's nothing really more to go down through it. Looks like there's a decent board here, but I'm not going to know until I get it off. The joys of this. As long as there's no spiders here, I don't mind. I'm terrified of them. Now, what do we got here? Well, we switches and a flat pack. We'll give it some. LED kind of cool LED screen. It would be lighting up. That'd be class. You know, it would have been back in the day, modern. It could be gold and that. Look at, if there's that in it, it'd be a bit of gold here, hopefully. So, what we do now is we're going into scrap steel as it is, because I won't be messing with that no more. Now we get you back onto the workbench again here and show you some decent stuff. A bit of wire here. To be honest, I could have got a bit more stuff out of it, but the amount of tearing, you know, taking screws out and stuff, it's not really worth my time, if you can get what I mean. I'm a hobby scrapper, but I'm not a hobby scrapper, if you get what I mean. I like to make a thing of my time too when I get so much scrap. This wire. I like to make my time worth it, if you can get what I mean. Because I have a lot of stuff again to scrap out, so I need to start getting into it. Take these MOSFETs off this piece, alley. Wrong drill bit again. I'm forever changing Phillips bits. Why don't make screws, Phillips screws all the same? Piece of alley again. 2 MOSFETs. Scrap board. Big heavy duty transformer, nice copper band on that too. You can tell this is very heavy by the weight, so it's going to be decent copper in it. And I have to start processing all this very soon, because that's my next agenda, on the agenda, transformers. Because it's building up massively. It's a decent heavy copper transformer. Decent copper in that. Can't wait to strip this bad boy out. Now what do we have here? We have a MOSFET on a piece of aluminium covering it. Like an aluminium heatsink. A bit of copper in that. These ones are, when they're fully covered, are not the best for copper in them, but there's a bit of copper in them. Bit of wire. The rest is scrap steel. Oh. Take you off here and show you a bit of tedious work to do here now. That's that done. I want to show you what scrapping that out of it. We've a bit of work to do here. I want to get that pile gone here. Next in is going to be my motors. These are all copper motors. Some of them are going to be very hard to work. Some of them are pretty easy to do. Yeah, some of them are cut, some of them are not cut, if you can get what I mean. Trying to keep everything together, what's cut and what's not. Keep them over there, that's cut. Like that little section there is cut and these are not cut, so I want to clear up. I'm getting there, very slowly, but I'm getting there. Like I said, I'm getting plenty of scrap here, a lot of boards again since I started. Computers, boards, everything like that for Go recovery. To give to Irish, motors, have that bin completely full. Got these motors of Irish, these are all the alleys. Still, it's handy. My brass is building up big time. You won't think that's much in there, but that is heavy brass. It's like plugs and everything heads up so fast. Like I only had maybe a quarter full, and there was 100 kilos of brass to us when I sold it last time. You know, like I'm just going around showing for my new subscribers, and my own subscribers, of course. I have 3 containers in there. I don't know what I'm going to put into them. This copper one's basically nearly full. I say there's about 60 kilo here in copper. The ton bag is basically there, but I can still get more in, you know. I'm filling this barrel up, and this barrel is weighing big time. I have an engine head here, or a block if you want to call it, engine block, that's about 30 kilo. That's adding up. I cleaned up a good bit since you were here last. I have aluminium that was buried. Now, I'm pulling out stuff, scrapping them out. I didn't even know, I thought they were all scrapped, but they're not. A lot of alley in that. I have to scrap the rest of them out. So I'm getting there. Bits underneath there, but I have to, like, scrap is, you don't get through it, it builds up and you're just putting it here and there, but it's a good thing. So I want to say, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Keep sharing my video. As I said, I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for ye. Thanks again. Bye.